What's up, guys? Do you feel lucky here? Bringing you some Pokemon Sun and Moon news. It means a little bit of news, and some speculation from me, because I did some research and kind of did it. But basically, I woke up this morning, looked at Cerebi, and there was this article right here on the screen, in the games department. Basically, here it says, it has been discovered that back in February 2016, two trademarks registered for Solgaleo and Lunala. A lot of people are speculating that these are legendary Pokemon for Sun and Moon, which this actually makes a lot of sense if you do some research. Basically, all the rest of this says is basically they weren't registered under Nintendo Game Freak or Creatures, which is another company for Pokemon. Basically, that a Japanese IP lawyer did it. Basically, they would do this to keep it hidden from the public. So it was like, oh, well, here's two registered trademark new Pokemon names that were registered by Nintendo or Game Freak. They did this just so, you know, it can stay hidden for a little bit. But, I mean, obviously, enough digging and people figure it out. But if that's the case, what these names are, I did a little bit of research. I just kind of copied and pasted everything to a notepad. I really didn't want to. I was going to show the websites and everything, but I mean, most of his stuff, I really didn't want to show all the different ads and stuff on there. But first off, we'll start off with Galileo, I believe. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Or Solgaleo. And basically Sol, or if you see right here, was, you know, the Roman, I mean, we also make the connections of Solrock and Lunatone. So Sol is the Roman sun god, basically has a lot of things to do with the sun, or Norse sun goddess, and so it's just all things to do with the sun. So Sol is sun. But Galileo was a little bit harder. The best thing that I found personally, which was Galileo, who was an Italian physicist and astronomer. A little weird, I know, but I don't know. And the only thing else, if you go for Galileo, is Latin. So a lot of the things that I'm seeing here connected are Italian and Latin. Latin is, I mean, I could understand it. It may just be something to make names with. Not really. I doubt there's going to be any sort of like Latin. I mean, there might be some Latin mythology, but a lot of it is Italian mythology. So my speculation with reading all this, could the games be based somewhere in Italy? So is the new region somewhere based? I know there's been speculation, different islands and stuff, but could it be an Italian island? Could it be somewhere like on the coast of Italy? I mean, just by the names, period, of the two legends, sounds very related to Italian. So I mean, that's my theory. Is now if these are the actual legend, two new legends, the Sun Legend and the Moon Legend, that the game could be based somewhere in Italy, some region of Italy. I mean, because it seemed like a very, I don't know if you say tropical, but I mean, you could look. I have to look that up. Is there are a lot of like beach areas on the coast if you go south of Italy where it's very nice, and it could match kind of that atmosphere that we kind of saw in the very few pictures that we've seen so far of the game. But back to the thing. So if you go for Galileo was my next thing. So he's an Italian physicist, but you mean, okay, maybe Italian physicist and astronomer. So he looked at the sun, maybe. But if you go from with Galileo, it's from Latin, English, or whatever. It's galleon, which is a ship. That's especially a Spanish ship. The only other thing I saw too, which I didn't copy, was helmet. With another translation. So that seemed a little off. I mean, a sun ship, maybe. I mean, that wouldn't be the craziest thing Pokemon has done before, but a sun ship legend, I don't know. So who knows? We'll see. I mean, it could be even going as far as the sun is. Because if you notice, the other thing too, I copied was a U.S. space probe taking photographs for going around Jupiter. It could be, you know, we've got that. I can't think of the name of the new Pokemon. Maybe the Sun Legend is like not a man-made Pokemon, or like maybe not man-made, but it's like a technological thing. Maybe something to do with space, some sort of spaceship, a ship, anything. I don't know. Kind of out there, but it's not like I said, not the craziest thing Pokemon has ever done. Now, on to the Moon Legend. Obviously Luna. Luna is Latin and Italian for moon. Okay, there you go. Luna is also an ancient Roman goddess for the moon. There you go. Moon. Easy. That one, it was pretty much, I already knew that. I mean, Luna, so it was same thing. So moon, basically related to moon. But if you notice, both things to do with Roman gods. So I mean, Rome is in Italy. I mean, the Roman Empire was across all of Europe, but still, interestingly enough, still can be tied back to Italy in some way or another. Now for Allah or ALA or LALEA, I mean, what I pulled up, what I found was wing. So wing was the kind of like the relation for everything. So some sort of flying type, some sort of bird, which is interestingly enough, we have Cresselia. So I mean, Cresselia is related to the moon as well. So I mean, some sort of relation to Cresselia. I don't know. It could be a lot of different things, but I guess we'll see. Really, it's just so a lot of this different stuff. It's kind of interesting. It's definitely interesting for sure. I don't know. So basically, my speculation is, so obviously it's the Sun and Moon legends. That was a given. But my speculation really is it's the games, to where I take away from this. I think the games are going to be based somewhere in Italy now. That's kind of my speculation on this, is really just from the language that they're using and the things we're taking from this. And I mean, the best thing I can think of, so like the moon is going to be some sort of flying type or some bird or some sort of that. I mean, maybe we'll see. And I think they could go as far as for the sun Pokemon to be some sort of technological thing, which would be very interesting considering the sun is a very natural thing. But it sounds, from everything I found, I mean, I could be completely wrong about that, but I mean, that's the best definitions I found for the second half of the sun legend. Is basically was like, it was either Galileo or like Galleon, which was a ship, or like a helmet. But none of those. I mean, really. So I'm thinking, Galileo and Galleon kind of correlate with. Galileo was the name of a spaceship, and then was also an actual ship, and then obviously Galileo, the person, the Italian physicist and astronomer, things to do with space, different things. So I don't know, we'll see. I just kind of want to put a short video out there. I thought it was kind of interesting. Either way, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Comment down below what your thoughts and your speculation is. I definitely like to know your opinion. I'm kind of throwing this out there. I thought it was pretty interesting. I did a little research, got a little creative. But either way, guys, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, and please subscribe to the channel for more Pokemon news and other Sun and Moon news and whatever else. Alright, guys, I'll see you in the next one. And remember, stay lucky.